What is happening, everybody? It's the Miami Football Fanatic here again. Happy to have you guys back here. And today, the Miami Dolphins schedule has finally been released. Finally get a look at what the season's going to look like and the opponents we're going up against. At first glance, I'm pretty happy with the schedule. Obviously, the toughest teams we're going to be going against the Patriots, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Jaguars. And depending on how well the Raiders do with John Gruden, they'll probably be a tough slate in Week 3. And depending if Deshaun Watson can stay healthy, the Texans will probably be another tough game in Week 8. But other than that, there's a lot of teams here that missed the playoffs, and pretty happy with the schedule. So Week 1, we've got the Titans at home on Fox. Feeling really pretty confident about this game. Could be a close game or a blowout. We played the Texans pretty well at home last year, and that was after everything that went down last year with the hurricane and all that. Hopefully, coming into the first game this season at home, we're going to be much more fresh mentally and physically, and just ready to go against the Titans. Can definitely see us winning this game. If not, it'll be a pretty tough game depending on how well Marcus Mariota and those guys bounce back. And the Titans also have got 2 first-round picks as well, so hopefully those guys can make an impact for them and make it a tougher matchup. So Week 1, hoping for a win. Week 2, we're at the Jets. Who knows what can happen? I mean, last year, Week 3, I really thought we were going to go up to MetLife and beat the Jets, but we ended up, getting our asses kicked, getting dominated by the Jets' defensive line. But feeling confident about this game too. I really think this is another win, and hopefully we can start out 2-0. Next game is against the Raiders, Week 3, September 23rd on CBS. I haven't got much of an opinion on the Raiders at the moment. I just want to see how they come out with, being led by John Gruden the first 2 weeks of the season. If they're rocking and rolling and steamrolling through teams, we're going to be in trouble Week 3. Or if they struggle to get things going, similar to Adam Gase in his first year. But John Gruden, he's been out of the league been out of coaching for a long time now, more than 10 years. But he has said that he has been plugged into the league and just has an understanding of what teams are doing on and off the field. And depending on how they go the first 2 weeks, I'm really thinking that we can pull a win out too with this. We were pretty hopeless last year against the Raiders at home, but with our additions this offseason, I really think we're going to be much improved with the leaders that we've added. So Week 3, hoping for another win. Week 4 at the Patriots, probably the toughest game of the season. It was always an incredibly tough slate for us, playing up at Foxborough. We could never seem to get it done against the Patriots at their home, so really thinking that's going to be a loss at Foxborough. So starting out the season 3-1. Next, we got the Bengals at the Bengals. Really think we can win this. October 7th, 1 p.m. Really thinking this is another win. I don't see the Bengals improving too much from last season, depending how they do in the draft or how well the team comes together. I really don't see them being a 10-plus win team. So the Bengals, at the Bengals, that's another win. And next, we got the Chicago Bears, Week 6, at home. Really thinking we can win that. Mitchell Trubisky's second year. They've done a tremendous job adding weapons for Trubisky and Allen Robinson and the tight end from the Eagles that's escaping my mind at the moment. Also Taylor Gabriel from the Falcons. They've done a tremendous job adding weapons, but I really think that we can beat the Bears at home and move on to 5-1 record, which is incredibly incredibly positive thinking at the moment, but I'm really thinking that we can get it done. Next, we got the Lions at home, I'm thinking another win too. I don't see the Lions being too much of a different team than last year. We've got the same weapons, similar guys on defense. They have lost Haloti Ngata. Going to have to see how they do on the draft, but I'm thinking that's another win. Next, our only primetime game of the year, which is obviously indicates how the NFL is thinking, about the kind of team the Dolphins are. After going 6-10, they obviously don't think much of us, only giving us one primetime game after having, I think we had 4 or 5 last year. This will probably be a Thursday night football game, seeing that it's a Fox and NFL Network game. We're at the Texans. Really thinking it's going to be a pretty tough game, especially if Deshaun Watson is getting it going by week 8 with the offense like he did last year. I think this is another loss. So week 8 at the Texans, another loss. Next, week 9, we got the Jets at home. Really thinking we can pull this one out, especially being at home. I think in our week 2 game against the Jets is probably going to be a tough one, especially with the young guys improving and all that. But versus Jets at home, I see that being another win. So, bang, add another one to the tally. November 11th, week 10, we got the Packers at Green Bay. It's going to be a pretty tough game. It's hard to predict at the moment, how we're going to be against the Packers at week 10, because you've really got to see how, these teams, the Dolphins and Packers and all the other opponents, just how they're playing and how they're coming together during the season. But just off of, how the Packers are with Aaron Rodgers, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, hopefully he is healthy, it'll be you don't want him to be healthy, but the NFL was a much better, much exciting place and season when Aaron Rodgers is healthy. So if he is healthy week 10, it's going to be a definite other loss. And then week 11, we've got a bye. We've actually got a bye this week after missing out on one last year. It was just an absolute fuck up of a season last year. What we went through, losing our bye, 16 straight games. So we finally have a rest week 11, and we'll give the guys a chance to recuperate and get ready for the Colts on week 12. We're at the Colts. Similar to the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, if Andrew Luck is healthy and has got it going, he's back to his old form, it's going to be a tough game against the Colts. So, I'm pretty stuck on this one at the Colts, especially with all the draft capital they've picked up. It is tough for rookies to make an impact the first year, but I really do see the Colts being much improved, so I think that's going to be a loss against the Colts. Next, we got the Bills at home. Really thinking we can pull this one out. Week 13, December 2nd, on CBS. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 CBS games to end the season, so no more prime time. Bills at home. Really thinking we can win this one. We played the Bills tough last year, and really think we can pull this one out. Now, we got the Patriots at home. Seeing as how well we came out against the Patriots last year at home, and that was with Jay Cutler's bum ass at quarterback. If Tannehill's staying healthy through most of the season, I really do see the offense performing much better, especially with our additions, Albert Wilson and Amendola and Frank Gore, and hopefully adding another top end running back through the draft and a top tight end. I really think that we can win again at home against the Patriots, so that's another win for us. December 16th, week 15, we're at the Vikings. This is probably going to be a loss. The Vikings they're such a deep team. They are solid in every area like you can think of. They've got awesome linebackers, the defensive line. Now they've got Kirk Cousins, so they might have I'm not sure how much more of an impact Kirk Cousins is going to have than Case Keenum. Case Keenum was just incredible last year, and I don't know how much better Kirk Cousins can be, so we'll have to see how they're playing during the season, but it's still going to be a tough game. They are just solid. They got awesome wide receivers, Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, and with Dalvin Cook coming back, and their other running back who's escaping my mind, the big 6'3" dude. This is going to be a tough game, so that's another loss for us. Next, we got the Jaguars at home. This is going to be a tough game. And honestly, I've got us winning a lot of these games, so going to have to give us a loss against the Jaguars. December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. Jaguars, that's a loss. Next, December 30th at the Bills. This is going to be a tough game, especially if it's if it's going to be incredibly cold and snowing. Who knows if there's going to be a blizzard? December 30th, this late in the season against the Bills. It's going to be a tough game, and it's just hard to predict at the moment. But I would really do see us losing that game at home, at the Bills' home. But we'll just have to see how the season progresses and just how the Dolphins come together as a team. So overall, I see us having a 10-6 record. Honestly, it could easily be 8-8, or 9-7, or even 7-9. I don't know how much we improve this year. I mean, hopefully the offensive line does come together like we think it can, with Kilgore and Sitton, and Juwan James coming back, and Tunsil hopefully settling into his left tackle position and being one of the best in the league like we need him to be. But just who knows how the season can go. But as it currently stands, I see us going 10-6, like our 2016 season. But I see us coming out much more stronger to start the season, with the Titans, Jets, Raiders. Those are all winnable games, and hopefully we can get rolling coming into the Patriots game at Foxborough, and hopefully we can give them much more of a challenge than we have in years past. So, yeah, just got a positive outlook at the moment for the team. Hopefully we can improve in the draft. Really hoping we can add some great guys this year. We got four picks in the top 150, so those can be 4 awesome guys right there to come in and help the team. As it currently stands, really hoping that we get a linebacker early, a tight end, and a running back. Those are my three main wants at the moment. I mean, we do need a free safety. There's a number of guys out there. I might be making a video soon on the safeties coming out. But yeah, those are my 3 main wants for the team. And obviously, we do probably need to be drafting an interior defensive lineman. So linebacker, tight end, running back, interior defensive line. We don't need to be drafting another defensive end when we got so many on the team as it is. I mean, Charles Harris, Robert Quinn, Andre Branch, Cameron Wake, and William Hayes. We got enough players right there, so don't need to be drafting an edge defender. But I'm really hoping that we can improve this draft, and hoping that this 10-6 record can come to light, and we can get back to being a playoff team. But I am feeling positive about a 10-6 record or a 9-7 record. But as I hate to break it to you guys, but as long as Tannehill is the quarterback, we really aren't going anywhere past the first round in the playoffs, or maybe in the second round. He just isn't a game changer. He isn't on the same level as these guys who are coming out, like Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen. Those guys are just those are 2 guys that are gonna immediately change their franchises as soon as they're starting consistently. But Tannehill just isn't the guy. I forgot about quarterback. We really are going to be drafting a quarterback too in the first 4 rounds. So, depending on how the Finns feel about certain positions, we really have to be getting a quarterback. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, we need a guy who can either take over for Tannehill if we decide to trade him in the future, or a guy to groom behind Tannehill for a year or 2 and can step in when it's time for us to move off Tannehill. So, yeah, that's it for my reaction to the schedule. Let me know if you agree. And as always, fins up, baby. Make sure to leave those comments. Alrighty, guys. See you next time.